Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I cannot tell you how excited I am to bring you the new Deluxe cooking blender from Pampered Chef. I can honestly say I don't think I've been this excited about a new product in a couple of years, and what a game changer it is for your kitchen. As a matter of fact, it's actually going to be a game changer for your lifestyle. So if you're looking for a way to really make those nice homemade recipes, whether it's soups or hummus or milkshakes or margaritas, and you want the best when it comes to blending, here it is right here. Now, I want to answer some questions before they even come up, because I've already gotten this a lot, and most people want to know what the biggest difference is between this and like the Vitamix or the Blend Tech and other blenders that are on the market. The very biggest difference with ours and anybody else that's on the market is the fact that ours actually has a cooking element in the base of the blender, allowing it to cook up to 220 degrees. So with your other brands, the reason why it heats is because of the friction of the blade spinning. So it allows the food to heat, but not to actually cook. So Pampered Chef took it up a notch, and they actually put a cooking element into their blender, which is why two of our pre-settings, the jam setting and the sauce setting, are both exclusive and patent pending with Pampered Chef, because our cooking element, again, allows your food to cook up to 220 degrees. Now, as you can see, this is going to be very, very easy to use. We simply are just going to power them on. There we go. And there's that one. And we have a smoothie setting, alternative milk. I want to go over this with you guys because this is going to be huge for a lot of households, especially who can't do certain dairies. So you can make almond milk in this, you can make cashew milk, you can make coconut milk. So all milk alternatives very easily done in here. And as a matter of fact, part of the set with this is you actually get the mesh bag to drain out the nuts in order to separate it from the milk. Pampered Chef's going to give you everything you need with this product to use it. You can do things like hummus. I've made black bean hummus. I've made regular hummus in here. Tonight we're making peanut butter in one. We're going to make homemade powdered sugar in the other. The reason I always like to show people the powdered sugar is because sugar itself runs about 50 cents a pound. Powdered sugar runs about $1 a pound. And if you have the technology in your kitchen to make homemade powdered sugar, then why not go ahead and save the money, right? Because most of us will always have sugar in our kitchen. Other things that I've done in here, if you're friends with me already on Facebook, you've probably seen me blowing my feet up with homemade jams. This will make homemade jelly in under an hour. All different flavors. What's really nice about it is there's literally one button you hit twice in order to make the jam. So you don't have to stand over your stovetop in order to make it. This, as a consultant friend of mine says, is as close as you're going to get to the Jetsons as possible. This is an amazing product. What I really like about it though is the price point. Whereas a new Vitamix will cost you about $600, and a refurbished Vitamix will cost you anywhere from $400 to $450. Our blender, brand new out of the box with all the accessories that you need, is $349. Lots of people are hosting virtual parties, catalog shows, and cooking shows the month of September because you can actually receive it at 60% off just by collecting $200 in orders. So that's going to make this new blender $140 versus the $349 price point. So I always like to make sure I cover that. Everything that you can do in here is just really amazing. You do get, when you order it, something I like to call the Cliff Notes with it. So it is a book here that's going to walk you through every single setting of the blender, and it's going to give you recipes to go with every single setting. So as you can see here, we have a smoothie setting and a recipe. Then we have our alternative milk setting with the recipes. And then here we have our grind setting. This is what we're using tonight to do the powdered sugar and the peanut butter. But you can also grind coffee beans with this. It's really remarkable. And you can also do, here we go, our next setting here is the soup setting, where we'll actually cook your soups. And what's really nice is that if you are with the other brands of blenders, they usually tell you to pre-cook your vegetables and then put them in the blender. With Pampered Chefs, you don't have to. Remember, we have a cooking element. So with that being said, you can take your raw sweet potatoes or butternut squash and celery and tomatoes and other items and put them in here raw, because it's not only going to puree it, it's going to cook it at the same time. Again, with the push of a button due to our pre-settings. Now, we've got here the next setting. is going to be our heated puree setting. So lots of recipes to go along with that one, whether you're looking for broccoli puree, carrot puree. By the way, this is going to be amazing for homemade baby food. You throw in your cooked chicken, you throw in your vegetables, make the food from scratch. It's going to be much, much healthier for them. And you can also hide those veggies in there because they're going to be pureed. And then we have a sauce setting. I've already made the nacho cheese dip in here. It's fantastic. And it's actually made with real cheddar cheese, folks. Real cheddar cheese. I cannot tell you how important it is to cook from scratch at home. And if you can find something that helps you do it and makes your life easier, it's worth the investment. And then we've got a few other settings here. Jam setting, which I've worn that page out. And then we have a custom setting also here. It gives you instructions on that. We have a pulse setting. And then we also have the heated wash setting because, yes, it washes itself. So very excited to bring this to you tonight. So let's say we get busy. So in one of them, we're going to do peanut butter, and the other one, we're going to do powdered sugar. So we're going to open it up. Now, one thing I do want to show you guys, I'm going to take this off and bring it closer. If you will look right inside there, you'll notice we have actually 4 different blades. 4 blades. That means that there's not any blades to have to change out. But also, that's why we can do raw vegetables, because they're serrated. There's several in there. Depending on the setting you use determines which blade it spins, right? Or a combination of the blades. It is quad blade technology, which is what makes this just literally make everything so fine that you don't have any clumps of in anything if you don't want it. So let's go ahead. We're going to throw in our 2 cups of peanuts. Close our lid. Nice safety feature. This blender won't turn on if the lid is not on properly. So let's go ahead. We're going to turn this until it is on the grind setting, and then we are going to hit start. And just like that, it will start grinding our peanuts. And in a matter of just about a minute, we're going to have homemade peanut butter. And if you wanted to, you could throw in some honey, make it a honey peanut butter. You can do cashew butter, where your tamper is going to come in, so that we can push the nuts down a little bit along the wall. Perfectly normal. That's why we have it. There it goes. Oh, it's getting nice and smooth. That. Close it back up. And we are just about done with our homemade peanut butter. Can you believe it? It's been running right at about a minute. And I'm going to go ahead and stop it and show you guys just what it looks like. Now, if you wanted to, you could go back in and you could throw in some more peanuts and just do a couple of pulses on it. But look at this. Homemade peanut butter. Insane, right? So let's set that one aside. And let's go ahead and make our powdered sugar. Maisie, enough. All right, so 2 cups of sugar. Put our lid on, let it sing to us, just like that. And we're going to go back to the grind setting, and we hit the start button. And this actually only takes about 20 seconds to make homemade powdered sugar. It is really, really neat. And here it goes. And voila, just like that. And what's really neat is people come over and watch this. They're amazed by it. But look at that. Homemade powdered sugar, 20 seconds. Incredible. So I'm going to empty this powdered sugar out. I'm going to show you. You can walk behind it. I'm going to show you the wash setting. So we simply empty our item out. We're going to put in 3 cups of hot water, just like that. And then we put in just a couple drops of dish soap. We're going to place our lid back on. And now we're going to choose the heated wash setting. So it's already there, easy to find. Hit the power button, just like that. Now, notice I said heated wash. That means it's going to wash it until it gets to a certain temperature. So it's sanitary for you as well. So, as you can see, it's going to build up the bubbles. It's going to spin that water around, and it will tell you when it's over and that when it's ended. So, and then you know that it is finished cleaning. It'll be batches. So what it's doing right now is simply, it's got a dial going, and all it's doing is heating up the water. So this will take, depending on how hot the element already is, this could take a couple minutes, this could take 5 minutes. Again, if you're doing something cold, it is going to take a little longer for the water to get hot because it is based off of a temperature. So it actually reads the temperature, builds the temperature. I mean, this is just truly an amazing product, and I've had so much fun with this. My family and I made white hot chocolate in this. It makes ice cream. It will do margaritas. It'll do smoothies. It'll do milkshakes. It'll do the alternative milk, your jams. I did hear somebody was making syrup with it, so I'm going to verify that and get the recipe from them if it checks out. I've made pizza sauce, spaghetti sauce, Alfredo sauce. There's just so much you can do with this one product. So if you're interested in it and you want it at a heavy discount, contact me. I'll get you set up. We can do a cooking show, we can do a catalog show, we can do a virtual party, we can do a combination of all of it. So give me a shout. I'd love to get you hooked up with this amazing product. I hope you guys have a rest of the good evening, and let me know if you have any questions. Have a good night.